welcome everybody here at RadioAirJesus.com, and we've had some awesome people give testimonies and different things going on. We do have Audra here, and where are you guys from?
We're from Orlando, Florida.
Oh, how wonderful is that? So y'all had a long drive down here.
Long drive.
And what was the reason for you guys coming down here?
Well, we've known LaVon about 7 years and have seen her ministry just grow. And one thing we love about her is she's always real. And whatever she says, she preaches, she does. And we have seen such a great move of God in her life through our church and through our young people that we just wanted to come and bring them and bring my daughter, and we brought some girls from Korea.
I know, I saw them.
Yeah.
And they had an awesome word last night, these two young ladies.
Amen.
And they're down here because of coming to the church, you guys, or?
Yes, well, they're all of them are in ministry, and they have churches all over Korea. She has about 4 churches, and they all have their doctorate degrees in divinity, and they have been ministering all over South Korea, and they came over to receive their doctorate, but they wanted to come here because they saw LaVon at our church a couple weeks ago, and they loved her so much, and so they were so excited, and they wanted to come and be a part of and just soak in more.
Yes, and they were definitely soaking it up more last night.
We all were.
So we say hello to South Korea, because God is doing a work over there too. When these two young ladies go on to South Korea, there's going to be such a movement in them. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Well, you know, God says He's going to pour out His Spirit on all flesh, and that's everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere, across every continent, He's beginning to pour out His Spirit, and we're hearing all over of what's happening.
Right. Tell me a little bit about where the church where you come out of, and a little bit over there about what's going on in Florida right now.
Okay. Well, we live in Orlando, which is Central Florida, and we've had, as many people know, many revivals through a couple of years ago, through the Laughter Revival in '93 and Pensacola. So we've had a lot of revivals in Florida, and Florida's always been known as like a forerunner state for things that are happening, and people have come from all over the world to experience God's glory.
What's going on?
Yes, and it was funny because in '93 I had been consumed with fear for like 10 years, and I was very young. I was just turned about 18, 19, and the laughter hit, and I went over there, and God just totally set me free from 10 years of fear. And I laughed on the floor for about 5 hours, nonstop. And so when I got up from there, where I'd always had fear to sing in front of people, speak, totally changed my life, and I was totally different. And from that moment till now, I could get up in front of thousands of people, and I have, and not be scared. Because God, that was my calling, but I had to be released from the fear first, and it was done through that laughter revival. So, amen. The joy of the Lord.
See, a lot of us need that so we can step into what our calling is.
Amen.
There's a lot of people who are fearing and all that right now, so they just don't know what to do, what direction to go in.
Exactly.
With their calling.
Exactly.
So that's amazing. So now, what has been your experience out here? Because you guys have seen the youth. You guys have really been able to take in the fullness of it. We have our viewers out there. They've been logging on. They've been listening. But being here, that's a different story.
Sure.
Just embracing everything of it. So what did you get out of the messages and everything going on here?
Well, BJ spoke last night, and he spoke about out of darkness into light from 1 Peter. And it's interesting because that is actually our theme of our church. Oh. That's our phrase for our church, and has been. My father's been the pastor there for about 22 years, and my grandfather was the pastor.
Well, what's the name of your church?
Orlando Worship Center.
Okay.
And my grandfather was pastor for 15 years before that, and had been a minister. And so we have seen that darkness into light in many souls. We've had many pastors go out and be birthed out of there just through an apostolic ministry, and that's our calling. We've seen so many and birth other churches and birth ministries. We have a big jail ministry, pastors that go and minister in the jail in Orlando. And I think all over, like here, we come here and we see that the same things going on here as in Orlando and where you are in San Antonio. The spirit of Acts is coming forth. It's coming alive within us for the people and for the body that are hungry. Because he said, I'm going to pour out on all flesh. All flesh. And it's all of us.
Yes, it's that spirit of the Lord.
And to see the kids hungry. They can't get enough. Hungry for more and more. Amen?
Yes. And, you know, what we want to do right now is just thank you. And if, you know, we really encourage you, just, you know, or anyone out there actually who's listening, we just encourage you, you know, to step in your calling.
Yes,
and
Lord.
we want to thank you for joining us today, Audrey.
Thank you.
Audrey, I'm sorry. For joining us today here at Radio Energy.
We thank you for what you're doing. Amen. And all you're doing. Bless you. Amen.